What's going on, guys? Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you guys could, please subscribe. That mean a lot to me. If not, I'll still like you. I appreciate you guys checking things out over here. Watch the Tobin and Leroy show, by the way, on the 560 WQAM YouTube page. I always link that in the description. If you guys could go subscribe to there. Watch us weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. live, or you guys can watch us on demand, the whole show, baby. Put up clips there, too, to have in bite-sized fashion. So don't feel like we've seen a lot of Tua off-season stuff, right? It's been kind of quiet. Been quiet out there, dude. And this video comes out yesterday from Tua's trainer, Nick Hicks. And I got to say, my God, Tua looking like a freaking moose. I mean, like, usually it's goosies galore out here, dude. It's more like moosies galore. Do you see those quads? Holy hell. This dude looks like he could go. He's been squatting like an oak tree or something like that. I was taken aback. I was like, holy Tua, my goodness. I mean, like that guy looks like he's been doing nothing but doing lunges the entire offseason. My God. I mean, like, Tua's always had like the strong low, but like you think about the buildup that's been there since, the hip injury and all that type of stuff that he had to go through. But I was like watching yesterday, and it looked like almost one of those gimmicked photos that I've done before of Tua. Like, I used to, say, oh, those biceps got a little bigger, and like making him look like like Popeye. I was almost like, did they put a filter on this? What is going on here with Tua? I mean, I used to have this coach back in the day, dude, and he would say, he'd look at the back of your legs, and he said, Tobin, look at those, you got calves. Look at these. These are bulls. And Tua, he doesn't have calves, dude. I mean, he's got a couple of bulls with some big old horns. Crazy. Also, great to see that he's got the whole wide receiver crew out there working with him, with Jaylen, Waddle, Tyreek Hill. It is River Craycraft, the whole crew. Ezukama was out there. So the fact that Tua's already got everybody working together, what are we talking about? It's April, not even OTA time yet, and you already got guys working together to get things going. I gotta say, man, this season it can't get here fast enough. And what a thing it feels like, right? That the Dolphins, oddly, in the offseason, feel like they have their bleep together more than any other team. Like you think about the Bills losing a lot of pieces, some questions there, a little bit of unrest. They're losing coaches, they're losing players. Is the window closing? Is Josh Allen going to hit a wall? Things just wondering, just keep an eye like, not as much Bills buzz this year, which, it's about time already. Like, let's calm down with this team. Am I right? Then you got the Jets, who are basically just waiting on Aaron Rodgers. But, the more the days go by, I can't feel like you feel great about where things are at, because what if somebody swoops in? There was a rumor this week that, the 49ers are waiting to pounce. That they're like, laying in the weeds. Hey, I see Aaron Rodgers over there, love. And they're ready to for the Jets to jet, and they'll be able to go in there and pounce and maybe swoop in and get Aaron Rodgers. So you got that whole situation that's still working out. And then the Patriots, my God. Think about this. This time last year, maybe a little bit, maybe a couple months more down the road, but this time last year, Patriots, Mac Jones. Oh, Mac Jones. One of the top 100 players in the league, toast to the rookie quarterback class. And now it's like, is he in trade rumors? Is he not in trade rumors? Is there rifty rifts with Belichick? Belichick and Kraft may have a rifty rift. Maybe Belichick doesn't finish his career with the Patriots. It's a lot of, unrest for a franchise that usually has their stuff together. And you could say in years past, hey, they've had years where there's been like, oh, people aren't getting ready together in Patriots land. Yeah, that's fine, but you don't have Tom Brady. And that's the big difference here is like, yeah, you guys cannot feel fuzzy about each other in years past, but at least you could rely on a consistent formula for winning. You don't have that anymore. And it's not like I think that the Patriots are going to be a clown act this year. Like, they'll still probably finish with a respectable record. But it is interesting seeing that the great Bill Belichick doesn't necessarily have all his ducks in a row. That not everything is as fuzzy or as drama free, I should say, as it has been. Because you think about, last year, what was their big issue? Oh, okay, we got Matt Patricia call plays. All right, but at least like there wasn't unrest about it. There was questions about it. It seemed like a little bit of a weird thing, and then they tried to do that cute Patriots thing where it was like, oh, we're not gonna I get one. We're not gonna say who's gonna call plays. I can say fully after seeing how the Patriots are dealing with Mac Jones and seeing how Brian Flores dealt with Tua Tagovailoa, I can kind of see like where things look very similar between the secrecy of who's calling plays, the impatience with a coaching staff, the the trade rumors, not trade rumors about Mac Jones. It's eerily similar to what Flores did with Tua in his time here, and I know that I guess Bill Belichick and Flores probably not on the best terms because that's what set off the whole domino effect of him suing everybody. But even still, it's very interesting to see. And meanwhile, you look at the Dolphins, and it's just like, Tua, he's got tree trunk legs, throwing passes to Cheetah and Waddle, getting all goosed up for the season. What's the big drama? Everybody was saying Tyreek Hill's going to retire. And I was like, what? I get it. It's kind of a thing where you're like, oh, Tyreek Hill's going to retire in 3 years. And it's like, well, yeah, dude. Like, look at the size of Tyreek Hill. The guy is put together well for his height. But think about the games Tyreek Hill had to leave in the middle of last year to get replenished or whatever the hell they did whenever he went into the locker room and got Mike's secret stuff, and then usually would come out and ball out. But think about all those games that you watched last year. You think like 3 more years of that of a football player, you think he's just going to be the same after that? Like, wide receivers fall off, dude. Like they do. You look at Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, even Calvin Johnson, Megatron, bigger than anybody, was like, I'm in too much pain. It hurts. And this is not running back. This is wide receiver. And you think about going over the middle, having to beat everybody, having to cut, having to do all that training, that hard. Yeah, I would say 10 years is a good run for a football player. The average football player doesn't even play 3. He makes it 10, gets to the end of this contract. Do you think he's going to get another record-breaking contract? That would be the only thing that keeps him around is like, hey, here's a 3-year deal so he can play till he's 35. So I suppose things can change, but people were acting like, wow, Chuck and Tyreek Hill's going to retire in 3 years. I was like, yeah, I can totally see football players. If you are a football player who makes it, and you make all this money and you don't want to be in pain. Look, there's buzz about Aaron Donald wanting to retire. It's just, Luke Kuechly retiring early. Guys are retiring. Andrew Luck retired early. These guys don't want to stick around for 15 years unless you're like a backup quarterback and you're not going to get hit. I didn't find that story to be that jarring, but everybody's like, don't believe him. Can't believe him. I was right. I was like, I can see why Tyreek Hill's going to be in 3 more seasons is going to be kind of tired of playing football, being the fastest thing on the field, being chased by everybody. And then one day he's not as fast and he gets, crushed by some strong safety, or he gets, gets hit when he's not looking by a linebacker. And it's just, the things aren't firing off. I think it's always a cool thing when a guy can go out on top, knows that it's probably time to get out. Now, listen, could another contract? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rule it out, but I think the skepticism that was there was a little bit weird. And then the surprise from people, because you think about it, you're like, it's a pretty good run. And I would say by the time he's, almost done with that contract, the Dolphins will be paying Jaylen Waddle. And the whole idea would be like, hey, let's have, kind of a baton passing over to Jaylen. That's I thought what the whole plan of this was, is like you have one star wide receiver on the rookie deal, you have one on the monster deal, and then once his deal's up, the next one comes forth. So, I mean, we got OnlyFangs.com, but really, honestly, Tua should just open up an OnlyFans and just be quad shots. That should just him just throwing passes in and just showing the quad, showing the lower body. All right, it just made it weird.